Hey everyone, JonoThora here. I'm going to explain Cyberpunk Dystopia real quick. And there's going to be plenty of episodes into our future, but effectively right now I'm just going to just touch on the topics. Basically, Cyberpunk Dystopia has already hit as of 2017. You can tell because there is a comic, a web comic, or just like a short little comic clip on like a website called The Nib. They have some artist, freaking awesome, that basically explains how in 2017 we totally fell into Cyberpunk Dystopia and it was really bad. Anyway, I'm going to explain real quick exactly what happens in Cyberpunk Dystopia when it onsets and how you can identify that we're already in it. Basically, everything gets digitized and cyber tech starts happening. We got bionic arms occurring where people lose their arms and they fucking now have like, oh, I don't know, actual running cybernetic arm technology. We have folks who are hacking the fuck out of everybody. Social nets, where basically your social status on the net can not only be hacked, but indeed, actually everything can be hacked in Cyberpunk Dystopia. Welcome to Cyberpunk Dystopia, folks. Hacked, man, everything. So the point is that we're about to experience what's basically called the corporations. What are those? Corporations, mega corporations. These corporations are so powerful, fuck governments. You think your nation's gonna protect you from a corpo nation? Think again. And think hard, because this is a scenario where these corpo nations control every freaking type of company across everywhere. You want to do business, you need to do business through them, not the government. Yeah, sure, you got to register with the government, but who fucking controls them now? It's not control either. It's actually much more of a situation where the corporations dominate the markets and the government has to play along because they have no ability to actually protect themselves, because these corporations are so powerful that they span across the world. And so no government, not even America, has the power to fucking stop them. And they already exist. Welcome to Google. Welcome to Facebook. Welcome to Amazon. And this is just the beginning, folks, because those companies are not even the major ones. Like sort of they are, but effectively they provide you everything. They provide you all of the services you need in order to survive. That is what a corporation does. They are a corpo nation because you don't need your government to take care of you when the corporation can. And they do. When you work for them, when a programmer particularly, which you know, in Cyberpunk Dystopia is like one of the best freaking jobs you could possibly get, works for one of them, we are pampered. I am a programmer and I know we are pampered, yo. We get food, free food, for as much as we want. We get all kinds of supplies. We get enough money that we can actually pay for a nice apartment in the city. Holy shit. We can actually, in these scenarios, in Cyberpunk Dystopia, everybody's in debt. Why? Because it's mandatory and there are no exceptions to this. If you are not in debt, how? Really, how? And the reason why that happens is because that is how they subjugate the people and force them to be part of the corporation in question. Because it's not the government that you're in debt to, it is the banks. And the banks are yet another mega corporation that dominates the world. Now, we can go down the route of, oh, well, then we just basically have to destroy these monopolies. They are not monopolies. They are way more powerful than any monopoly that you have ever heard of. And there's a reason why they're allowed to exist. And it's because they are more powerful than any government possibly could hope to be. That's the truth. And so if you want to play the game of Cyberpunk Dystopia, you got to play with them. And guess what? They're not evil. I mean, you know, they're not holy, but they're alive. Just like any culture, just like any being. And I can tell you how. They're alive because they're literally made out of people, and the people are alive, and they keep it running and it's moving. It needs to eat. What does it need to eat? Money. That's what it fucking eats. And if that money stops, they're dead. And so they're going to keep going. That's what they run on. That currency, that exchange, that value, that energy transfer. Now that's cosmic now. Now the point is that we got to play ball with these companies for now. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Now, if I was a JonoThora about 20 years ago, maybe I would have been able to help turn all of this around. But unfortunately, 20 years ago, I was 10 years old. So I don't think I had the experience or the capacity to do anything beyond watch cartoons. But the point is that we do have to deal with these folks. And you know what? we got to deal with these folks. There's a reason why I'm saying that word. We got to deal with them. It's business. It's business. It's actually business. They are so powerful that they have the power to turn the 2021.5 water wars around. And they will if the people who give them the money make them do it. They have the power to distribute that water. They have the funds, they have the resources, they have the technology, and they literally have people with hearts in their company who will manifest the fuck out of that. They can save us. We don't have to fall for the timelines that were predicted by all of the books of cyberpunk dystopia. We can turn this whole scenario around to a much lighter version of what these corporations could be. They could be for the people. Literally, they can be for the people. And I can't help but break it to you. Isn't it kind of fucking nice that Amazon has the power to just, ship you stuff at a whim? That's amazing. They can ship you some kind of amazing life-saving medical product to your doorstep in a day. To pharmaceutical industries that have drugs. Oh, well, they're just going to control us. Yeah, they're going to fucking control us unless we fucking realize that we also have the ability to control them back. Medical supplies that can literally save your grandma's fucking life. Or your kid. Or your baby. Or your wife. Or your entire family. Or yourself. We shouldn't be shitting on them. We should be working with them. And they need to know that too. Because as long as the Tho'ra revolution exists, they're going to try to figure out how to work with the corporations to save the world. And wouldn't that be some freaking awesome story that your corporation happened to be the first one to help us out? That's some excellent PR, and that's power, baby. And you're gonna need it. JonoThoraShow out.